Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of a figure whose legacy is literally foundational for human civilization. We're going to explore the life of Prophet Idris, also widely known as Enoch, to uncover his profound and really unique legacy. If you appreciate history, theology, and the origins of human intellect, you're absolutely going to love what we're unpacking today. We'll be drawing directly from the classical compilation, Stories of the Prophets by Ibn Kathîr, to map out the journey of a man who is far more than just an ancient voice.
Let's kick things off with a massive historical mystery. Who do you think was the very first person to invent the basic form of writing? You know, the thing we completely take for granted today. The ability to record our thoughts, share knowledge across generations, and communicate across vast distances. Somebody had to be the first to actually put a structured, basic form of writing into practice. Any guesses?
Well, the answer is Prophet Idris. According to Ibn Kathîr's compilation, he was much more than just a historical or spiritual figure. He was a true intellectual pioneer. The texts report that he was literally the very first to invent this basic form of writing. Just think about the magnitude of that for a second. The entire foundation of recorded human history starts right here, with a man who used this intellectual gift to guide his society.
Section 1. Lineage and Early Life.
So, looking at his origins, Idris, whose original name was Enoch, was actually the fifth-generation descendant of Prophet Adam. The lineage goes straight from Adam, down to Seth, to Anush, to Kenan, and then to Enoch, or Idris. And the texts highlight a very specific honor here. He was the first of the children of Adam to be given prophethood after Adam and his son Seth. He was essentially chosen to carry the mantle forward for a completely new generation.
According to these historical accounts, Enoch was born and raised right in Babylon. He grew up following the original, pure teachings of his forefathers. And when he was granted prophethood, he didn't suddenly invent a brand new theology. Instead, he just earnestly called his people back to those original teachings. He was this crucial voice of spiritual restoration in a society that had kind of begun to drift.
But it wasn't exactly smooth sailing. There's a stark contrast when we look at his early struggles. In Babylon, despite his clear message and his noble lineage, only a few people actually listened to him. The vast majority just turned away. But Idris didn't give up. That rejection actually prompted a historic and life-changing migration. He and his followers packed up, left Babylon, and migrated to Egypt. And it was there, in a completely new land, that his mission truly took root, and he successfully built a dedicated community.
Section 2. Migration to Egypt.
Now, once he was in Egypt, Idris didn't just preach abstract concepts. He established a highly structured, holistic way of life for his people. He called people to what is just and fair, establishing real social equity. He taught them certain prayers to build their spiritual connection. He instructed his followers to fast on certain days to teach discipline. And, this is huge, he commanded them to give a portion of their wealth to the poor, cementing charity into the very fabric of their society. He was literally building a comprehensive, righteous civilization.
Section 3. Words of Timeless Wisdom.
This is where his philosophical legacy gets incredibly profound. He taught that happy is he who looks at his own deeds and appoints them as pleaders to his Lord. It's such a beautiful way to highlight the importance of personal accountability and self-reflection. Idris is basically telling us that true happiness comes from a clean conscience. Your actions, your good deeds are your ultimate advocates. It's a powerful call to just take ownership of how you live.
He also had this really deep understanding of practical gratitude, stating, "None can show better gratitude for Allah's favors than he who shares them with others." We often think of gratitude as just a feeling, right? Or a simple thank you. But Idris links our thankfulness directly with our generosity. The ultimate proof that you're grateful for what you have is your willingness to share it with your fellow human beings.
And when it comes to human nature, he offered an incredibly grounding perspective. Do not envy people for what they have, as they will only enjoy it for a short while. I mean, envy is arguably one of the most destructive human habits. Here, Idris is urging us to just abandon it by reminding us of the fleeting, temporary nature of material wealth. Why waste your energy envying something that's totally temporary? It completely shifts how we value the material world.
Building right on that theme of moderation, Idris also warned against the dangers of overindulgence. He who indulges in excess will not benefit from it. This is remarkably timeless advice. Whether it's food, wealth, power, whatever worldly pleasure it is, Idris reminds us that the moment you cross the line into excess, you strip away the actual benefit and joy of the thing itself. It's a profound lesson in balance.
And this next quote brilliantly encapsulates his entire philosophy. The real joy of life is to have wisdom. Think about this. For a man who was the first to invent writing, who built a thriving community from scratch in Egypt, and who descended directly from the earliest prophets, he crowns wisdom itself as the absolute, ultimate source of joy in human life. Not power, not wealth, just the pursuit and attainment of wisdom.
Section 4. A high heavenly station.
Because of all this, the scriptural texts immortalize him with a very specific, beautiful description. Chapter 19, verses 56 and 57 of the Qur'an explicitly praise him, stating, "Mention in the book Idris, verily, he was a man of truth and a prophet. We raise him to a high station." He isn't just remembered for his earthly accomplishments, he's divinely recognized for his absolute commitment to truth, earning him a highly elevated spiritual rank.
And that high station is vividly illustrated in the traditions surrounding the miraculous night journey known as the Mirage. The texts recount that during this incredible event, Prophet Muhammad was guided by the angel Gabriel, ascending up through the heavens. And when the gates of the fourth heaven were opened up for them, guess who was waiting there? It was Enoch, Prophet Idris.
In what is honestly a beautiful cosmic bookend to his story, the texts record their exact exchange. Idris warmly welcomes Prophet Muhammad with these words, "You are welcomed, O pious brother and pious prophet." It's this incredible moment of mutual respect, bridging the ancient prophetic past, the pioneer of early wisdom, with the present messenger. It really shows the continuity and the unbreakable bond of their shared mission across time and space.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this thought to ponder. If Prophet Idris, the very pioneer of writing, the man who literally gave us the tool to record everything, firmly believed that the greatest joy in life is wisdom, how are we using the gift of communication in our own lives today? Are we using our words to spread excess and envy, or are we using them to share favors, build justice, and cultivate actual wisdom? It's a timeless challenge from the fifth generation of humanity directly to us. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and keep seeking that wisdom.